Hi guys, Borgio here, back with another video. This is going to be a channel update. It's not scripted, so this is going to be a lot of stop-starting probably and a lot of rambling, so I hope you can bear with me. First thing you might notice, this is not EverQuest 2 in the background. This is World of Warcraft, but we'll get to that shortly. It's just a quick update for any of my subscribers that are wondering where's the videos, you know, there's new content in EverQuest 2, why haven't you done any guides for the solos or the advanced solos and stuff? And I'm going to be honest guys, I actually quit EQ2 oh god, just before the update to Zek came out, where they redid Zek. So the end of whatever that was, I can't even remember the name of the packs now. But I had my reasons. For anybody that plays with me for a particularly long time, or any time at all really, will know that as a player, I try to maintain perfection in my character. Perfection is probably not the right word, and I can't think of the word I want to use right now. However, I try and play to the best of my character's ability at any time. So when I was last raiding in EverQuest 2 with my guild, who were a great bunch of people, look them up on Splitpaw, the Harpers of Menorath, if they're still about, I haven't checked. I was playing my Beast Lord. Now Beast Lords were working really well in the pack that we were in, but I, being the perfection player and the player wanting to play to the best of my ability that I could, was stunted slightly. Now, you'd look at my performance and think, well, you're doing fine. You're doing absolutely great. No, you're doing fine. You know, what do you think is wrong? And my main concern with that class came from the fact that to perform at the best of your ability in the raids that we were doing, I needed the old summer ethereal items, which were no longer dropped in the game. Were no longer available on the broker. And I was going to call them SOE, but Daybreak decided that they would put them as purple adorns that would appear in the contested zone. Now, at the time, I could solo certain mobs in the contested zone as my Beast Lord, which was fine. But my main issue came when you've got, unfortunately in that game, the 6-man box groups using bot programs to go around the ×2 and clean up all the names. Now, I know for a fact this happens because I had conversations with many of the botters that do it. So I knew what was going on, and I had basically no chance of getting hold of these runes. Yeah, they were they sellable on the broker? I can't remember. Even if they were, they weren't going up, and they were going to go up for a stupid amount of money. Now, I saved up a lot of plat in an attempt to get these if they were going to drop, but they never would. So I was absolutely fuming with the fact that to perform at the best of my ability, these ethereals were put in the game, and they are no longer obtainable. Now, obviously, I missed the boat when the summer ethereals were out. I wasn't playing at the time. So I couldn't get them. There was no way for me to get them. So that's a real shame. But there was no decent method of getting them. Even if they had a chance to drop in the normal dungeons, I could have done that. I could have done dungeons, no problem with my guild. Perfect. But the fact they were in the contested, where the bot groups were running rampant, was the last straw for me. And I got very annoyed with it. Nothing wrong with EverQuest 2 apart from that. But once we'd hit the next pack coming out, I said to my guild, look, I'm done. I'm done. I can't perform as highly as I want to. And I won't be able to, and it really grates me. So I quit. I stopped playing. I completely stopped. I haven't actually logged in the game since stopping, and that must be, God, I don't even remember when my last video came out. Whenever my last video came out was probably a channel update, but that's the breaks, unfortunately. So where have I been? Why haven't I put any content up? Well, it's kind of awkward with me. It's something like writer's block. I'm going to ramble like really mad now, and I'm really sorry for everybody watching. But I sort of drifted. Now, I'd played Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn while I was playing EverQuest 2. So I spent a long time playing that in between. Just playing single player stuff mainly. Not really recording anything. But I couldn't get through my head that I wanted to make... The problem with me is, right, here's how my video process works. I'll play a game for a while, then I think, I could make videos on this. And by the time I start making videos, I'm sort of done with the game, and I'm moving on to something else, and then I can't continue the videos. Now, EverQuest 2 was different, because I was really heavily involved, which was great. So, by the time I thought to start doing videos for Final Fantasy XIV, I'd already gone through all the content, and I was done. And I thought of some stuff I could do, but I was done with the current content and sort of stopping for the next patch. So I didn't do that. Then we saw that Legion was going to be releasing shortly for WoW. Now, my WoW career started in vanilla. I was in a raiding guild. We raided, cleared BWL, and we were progressing through Nax and AQ40 when the Burning Crusade came out. I raided through the Burning Crusade, got a few kills up to, oh lord, The Black Temple. The Black Temple was where I got a few kills. I remember killing Vash for the first time, before nerf, pre-nerf, so that was fun. But then that's when I went back to EverQuest, and I never really raided or played WoW seriously again after that. So every expansion would come out, I would get the expansion, I would hit level cap, I'd potter about, but I wouldn't do much. Now, because I wasn't playing anything in particular, I figured Legion, I will attempt to do it. And I noticed, prior to Legion coming out, that a couple of my old friends were playing again. So I sent them a whisper, figured out what was going on, and they seemed to be really into it. So I thought, oh great, okay. So I started playing again, prior to Legion coming out, when the invasions were happening, for those that don't know. Legion is the Burning Legion invading Azeroth. And they were attacking zones, which was quite cool, and it was a really quick way to level new toons. So I jumped in and did a bit of that. Whilst doing that, obviously I got my wife back involved with WoW, and my son, who is 11, so it's probably a good time to get him going. It took a while, but we also discovered that an old friend from EverQuest was playing as well. So we chatted to him for a bit, and I managed to pull in my best mate, my best man at my wedding, who I play many offline games with. So he came back to join with us as well. Now, Legion drops, and the two original people that were playing are no longer playing, it seems. But the rest of us are. So it seems now I'm playing Legion. Now, what am I doing in Legion? I'm not raiding. Not yet, anyway. Haven't decided at the moment. But for now, with the amount of systems that Blizzard have added to this game to make it more casual-ish friendly, it seems there's more you can do. There's Mythic Plus for gearing. You're just not going to hit the plateau and then be done. There's always Mythic Pluses and Mythic Dungeons to be doing. So I then got thinking, well, there's like a million WoW YouTubers out there. And there's, a million WoW streamers out there. But if this is the game I'm playing, this is the game I'm going to need to make videos on. So my thoughts were, well, what do I do? I can do guide videos for instances, but they're 10 a penny. You've got Fat Boss. Fat Boss are brilliant for guides. Sometimes I think they do gloss over. I'm very critical of guides because I do my own, and I like to do good research myself, see abilities, feel the abilities on my character, and figure out exactly what is interruptible, how you deal with the mechanic. Whereas some people, they seem to be a little bit confused or ignorant of some abilities. So sometimes I'm watching a video and I see somebody say something and I'm like, but that's not true. But I won't go into the comments and rag about it because whatever, the rest of the guide's fine. So my thoughts were, I probably could do guides on the mythics, the mythic dungeons. Not mythic plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, whatever, but just the core mythic dungeons, which, if I'm going to be honest, you don't need massive gear to do. The footage in the background you're seeing here is my group of friends from my guild, actually. I'm tanking currently on my Death Knight, which is not the most optimal choice for raid tanking, but for mythics it seems fine currently. We have my son on his mage, my best friend is on his rogue, we have my wife on a paladin playing Retribution, and my other friend from EverQuest is playing his Resto Shaman. Now, the interesting thing to note about this current run here, we were on voice comms, but obviously comms are all turned off in the background, you won't be able to hear that. But our Resto Shaman had been playing Elemental up to now, and my wife had been healing on her Paladin. We had a chat, and he's a healer through and through, and so's my wife. So, a bit of leeway, make her play Ret for a bit. And then my other friend Darren, he can play Resto. And this footage in the background is his first run in a Mythic dungeon as Resto. I like to throw them into things. Now, when we first ran a Heroic, just to prove how easy the Heroics are, we ran a Heroic with 4 of us. We didn't even get a 5th person for the first time. We ran it, and I didn't even tell them it was Heroic when we went in, because that's how I roll. So I suppose where I'm going with all this mad rambling that I'm sort of just thrusting upon you at the moment is, would you like to see... Obviously, it's quite awkward to ask, would you like to see more WoW videos? Because you're all here because of EverQuest 2, and I know you are. And I'm really sorry that there's not really going to be many guides for it, because I can't really play that game anymore. Because I just don't agree with... I've quit a couple of times in the past for EverQuest, and I still don't agree with their pricing practice at the moment, despite the fact I was paying through Chronos, but releasing little mini packs that cost you 10, 20 quid here or there, I couldn't deal with it anymore. I don't mind paying a subscription, but I don't want to be paying out the arse constantly for content that should have been included in the expansion packs. So I probably won't be going back to EverQuest 2, but if I was to put out a few WoW guides for anybody that's not touched WoW or hasn't touched WoW in a while and wants to know what's different, let me know, and I can easily put them up. I'm probably not going to leave this footage on, or am I? I don't know. See, I'm rambling. I haven't got a script. It's so silly. I might leave this in the background, put some music over the top. In fact, you know, I won't. I'm rambling. Sorry, guys. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this video off, leave you with a question on whether you want to see some WoW guides. Even if you do, or even if you don't, I'm probably going to do them anyway. So if you're only here for the EverQuest 2 content, thanks for being with me. I'm not saying I will never go back to EverQuest 2, but in the foreseeable future, I cannot see myself making guides for that game. At the moment, we're playing and enjoying WoW, and looking forward to progressing, gearing up, getting more gear through Mythics, and we'll see how it goes. But until then, guys, let me know what your feedback is. If you want to see more stuff on this, I'll do it. If you don't, then please feel free not to watch, but that's up to you guys, really. I'm Borgio. I'll see you guys next time.